But first at 11, exclusive new details in campaign 2014 tonight.
3 hours ago, we wrapped up the first live debate between the candidates for Providence mayor, and it was a debate that got very intense and heated. In 33 days, voters will decide who will succeed Mayor Angel Taveras.
And tonight, the three candidates went head-to-head to try and gain votes leading up to Election Day. Eyewitness News has live in-depth team coverage for you tonight. Tim White is standing by with analysis from our political analyst.
But first, we go out live to Walputo with a recap of how things played out.
These three candidates shook hands before and after the debate, as you'd expect, but there weren't many pleasantries during.
Let's leave behind all of the corruption and what led the ex-mayor to go to jail.
Criticizing Cianci was not left behind for long. Republican Daniel Harrop.
Mr. Cianci has a half-century history of recurrent, thuggish, criminal behavior.
Jorge Elorza called Cianci's Renaissance City dangerous and corrupt.
We had a police department that was plagued by scandal, a cheating scandal, a promotion scandal. It was under investigation by the Department of Justice.
And both of Cianci's opponents blamed him for the city's current pension system, which is about 30% funded. When Cianci tried to respond, there was this.
We didn't make decisions
in a
vacuum. In a vacuum.
Answer the question.
Can I, Professor, this isn't the classroom where you can tell your students what to do. This is political debate.
The question.
That's what it is. I know how tough it is to be mayor. The other two don't know how tough it is to be mayor. They can go in and wave a magic wand and everything's going to happen.
Elorza talked up his plan to get grants to pay for more police officers. Cianci argued the grant money is gone and skewered Elorza for comparing Providence with other cities.
And he wants the city to look like Baltimore. Did he say Baltimore? Do you remember the show they had about Baltimore? It's called Homicide on television.
Is the money there?
Absolutely. And if it's not there, then we have to create the jobs that are going to bring the money to the city. The only way out of this is by creating jobs.
Harrop again pushed the idea of receivership, saying that's the quickest way back for Providence.
And neither of these guys are going to have the strength to correct the city like the Republicans will. And they have no plan. And so we keep putting forward with a plan, and we think that message will eventually get out there.
And keep in mind, according to our last poll, 21% of the voters in Providence polled were undecided, at least before tonight. Live with the mobile newsroom in Providence, Walputo, Eyewitness News.
The race for Providence mayor is one of the most closely watched races in the state right now.
And going into tonight's debate, former Mayor Vincent Cianci held a lead in the race according to our poll, a lead he hopes to hold on to. Target 12 investigator and debate moderator Tim White joins us now live with in-depth coverage from our political analyst.
This is the first televised debate among the three candidates for mayor, and for those that were expecting fireworks, this one didn't disappoint.
Those are different times, different economy.
An hour goes by quickly when tensions are high.
You go to Congress because
there's no love lost there. I think Jorge Elorza wants to keep it that way. He wants it to be tested like that. I think he wants to see if Buddy Cianci blows up a little bit.
Eyewitness News analyst Joe Fleming says among the three candidates, Independent Vincent Buddy Cianci, Democrat Jorge Elorza, and Republican Daniel Harrop, he gives the slight edge to the man with the most experience in debates.
I think I might give a very slight edge to Buddy Cianci tonight. Not a lot. I think Mr. Elorza did a very good job of holding his own in this debate, but I think Buddy did a very good job, especially at the end, reminding the people of Providence what it was like under the Buddy Cianci administration.
But Fleming says Elorza did a good job tackling his main problem. He's relatively unknown.
He has to show the people the vision of the city that he has. He has to get that out there in detail over the next 5 weeks. At the same time, reminding the people it wasn't as great as under Buddy Cianci as he's telling you.
Fleming says Harrop, who was way behind in the latest Eyewitness News Providence Journal poll, injected entertainment at times.
That were both Mr. Cianci's during his term.
And there was a fourth player at Rhode Island College, the crowd.
People get very, very vested in a mayor's race, and they get very emotional on what goes on.
It's been more than 12 years since Cianci has been at City Hall, but Fleming says it's clear from tonight's debate that the other candidates are treating him as the incumbent. With the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Tim White, Eyewitness News.
Stay with Eyewitness News for the most comprehensive, in-depth coverage in campaign 2014 leading up to Election Day. We'll have coverage on air and extended coverage online from WPRI.com reporters Ted Nesi and Dan McGowan.